Sean, what's going on, buddy? I'm just doing a test. I was actually kind of hoping that somebody would jump in because I want to do a live stream tomorrow, and I normally stream off of my phone. And so now I'm trying to use a combination of my laptop with an external webcam because the camera on my laptop is really, really bad. But my external webcam is pretty decent. Can you hear me okay? I'm using an external mic as well, so I'm just really testing out a few things right now. That's all this is. Oh, and I think I've got a 60-second delay on setup seems fine. You can hear me? Yeah, okay, cool. What about lighting? Does lighting look okay on your end? Is it bright enough? Lighting seems fine. Yeah, cool. Wicked. I have to change the setting to like increase the speed in which you can put you guys can put your comments. I think like the default's like 60 seconds or something. There's so many more options, and like trying to stream off of my phone, it was like every time I went to do it, it was like the rules were different. So hopefully this way, and I couldn't moderate, so at least this way I can still moderate. What's new and exciting with you, man? You still there? Went and saw a cover band. Right on. Who are they covering? Check it out, dude. Mazda 787B. Still trying to hunt. Ooh, pre-cut wheel arch. It's nice. I'm still trying to hunt down the correct paints for it. I might have to get crazy, but delay on the Damien Toll. Oh, hey, Damien, what's up, man? On Smart TV, it seems live. Watching both. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is just a test. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just kind of setting up for tomorrow. I'm going to do a live stream. We're going to start building this bad boy, the Mazda 787B. Hopefully get the chassis done. But yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live stream, and I was using my phone before, and there's so many limitations when you use the phone. So I wanted to try it with my laptop and my my webcam that I have downstairs. Boogie the cat is smarter than Ronald McTrump. What's up, Boogie the cat? This is just a test, buddy. This is just a test. I was just kind of hopping in here to play around a little bit, and I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, though. So, yeah, I haven't announced it yet, but just so you guys know, I will be doing it tomorrow. We're going to be building this bad boy, but just playing with some different sort of options right now. So I want you guys to be able to see me, but still be able to see what I'm doing, and that's what I couldn't do with the phone last time. I think if I have you guys like this angle here, you don't see, like, we can pretend that I've got hair. At least there's like some glare reduction if the top of my head's not in the shot. But then you can at least see me building stuff, and you know. Shannon, what's up, dude? Test run. Let me know. Audio, video, how's it all look? All that kind of stuff. We're doing a quick little test run for tomorrow. And I keep looking at that camera, but that one's not the one I'm using. I'm using this one. Normally I've got you guys on my phone and I've got my monitor over here, but I want it to go via laptop, and this way I can kind of communicate with you guys if there's something going on. Word. Excellent. So I can kind of do this sort of thing. Video looks dark. Yeah, okay. Big event coming up next week, the Knox Village Bash in Australia. 500 entries. I did some artwork for it. I think you'll love them. Nice. Yeah, send it over, dude. Clint, video looks okay. Thank you for that. Let's see. Woo! Right in the eyeballs. Front of my house is east facing, so I got to be careful with how much light comes in. How's that look? I seem real close. That's because this camera's got like a super wide angle lens on it. A little dark. It should be brighter now. Let me know, guys. And then I'm trying to move. That's about as far back as I can move that camera. Is it a bit brighter now, though? You guys can see things a bit better? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, my house is like east facing this way. So like, you know, this wall here, I've got a set of blinds, and the amount of sun that can come in here sometimes, it's just like, and it gets really hot in here too, which kind of stinks when you're trying to do a live stream. And I've got my window closed so you don't hear all the outside noise, but then it gets really, really hot in here. Okay, so you guys can see all that. Audio and video looks good. Wunderbar. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to build up. I got a couple hours tomorrow morning, so we're going to get started on this bad boy. And honestly, this chassis is like so easy. It's a very, very basic chassis. So more workspace on camera. Yeah. It would, like, from a viewer perspective, when you guys are watching live streams, what do you want to see? Do you want to see like the presenter? Right now I'm trying to do like a 50-50 where you got presenter and you got what I'm building, but you don't have all of either. I could do, you know, I could focus you guys strictly on the build. I could do something like that. It's better the top of my head shaved off because I've got a good bald head glare because I shaved my head today. Like, do you guys prefer something like this where all, you know, you can hear me and you can see my hands, but, you know, obviously you don't see my face, but you can see everything that I'm building? Or we can go kind of in the middle like we were before, something like this. Or we can just go like, hi, I'm Phil. What do you guys think? Let me know. Whoops. Better with you in the mat. Yeah. Like 50-50. Yeah, that's pretty much everyone saying 50-50. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking 50-50 was kind of the way to go, but I don't know. I try and like make sure everything's straight too, but that can be a challenge. With this lens is so fisheye, I can't tell what's straight. Don't like it when all you see is a presenter's hands. Yeah, I hear you. Well, we can do this. The top of my head's cut off, but that's fine. It's probably for the best. Look how shiny it is today. That's like I just shaved it 2 hours ago. Look at that. It's like a flashlight, man. Well, that's good. And then this way, at least I can moderate it too. Because when I was doing it on the phone, I couldn't moderate anything. Take one shoe off. Yeah, cause like I can't get it perfectly straight because of the fisheye, the fisheye effect of the lens. At least that's what I'm telling myself. How's that? No. I think that's the one. That is why we call it Chrome Dome. That's why I wear a hat in so many of my videos. So I can't stand looking at my shiny bald head reflecting on everything. And it is shiny. But since you guys are here, we'll give you the sneak peek. Check it out, Mazda 787B. One of you wonderful viewers sent me this from Japan. You can't get them over here. So very, very stoked. No, I do not have my paint yet. We had a fella in the UK that tried sending it to me. Didn't work. I've got a fella in Japan right now trying to send it to me. We'll see what happens. And I did source some in British Columbia on the mainland, but the guy is selling a whole lot. He's got like 60 cans, and he owned a hobby shop that went under, and he wants to sell the whole thing. Well, I don't want 60 cans of paint. Like, it's just a big expense, right? It's like the guy's asking $400, which is actually a very fair price. That's actually an extremely fair price, but I just don't want to spend $400 on paint to get two colors that I need. OAG, dude. Chrome Dome, was that an Ninja Turtles bad guy? That was Shredder, wasn't he? That Shredder. Santiago, what's up, buddy? This is just a test, guys. This isn't like an actual, real deal live stream. Just testing out a new setup. And, but we will be, wow, commercials on a live stream. Cool. Yeah, I got to play around with some settings. But yeah, this is just a whole new setup that I'm using so that I can have better live streams. Because before I was using my phone, which was very, very limited. Oh, I saw Heart go flying. How you doing, mate? Craig, aren't you on vacation? I hope you have a beer in your hand, man. Looks good. Good. I think the consensus is this: half me, half what I'm building. I'm gonna get all my screws out over here, and yeah, that'll be that. What else is in here? I'll unbox the stuff with you guys right now, real quick. So I won't be doing it tomorrow on the live stream. Parts bag A. Oh, look at that! It came with a sport tuned. That's sweet. It's too bad they went away from the black cans. Okay, really, really too bad that they went away from the black cans. These cars, these group, what are they? Group C. They are so nice. And honestly, I wasn't really that into them until that Porsche 956 came out, and then I felt kind of compelled to buy one. I did. And I drove it, and the thing, it's so elegant, the way it just cruises around and handles the turns. Man, they are a really, really nice vehicle to drive. So yeah, I definitely wanted to get more of them. Hence why we've got the 787B here at Poor Boys RC. Yeah, dude, whiskey and Coke, my man. Grum RC, what's shaking, brother? Video just got grainy, could be my end. Would like to see the RC10 four-wheel drive just for the swearing. You know what? Hang on one sec. We could also be swearing as we build this. That might be on live stream down the road. I don't know, but I finally got my Masami. It's finally here. I haven't even opened the box yet, guys, but it's here, and I will be swearing. It's so frustrating because, you know, the manuals are not the best, and I think it's like I guess I'll have to say that we got spoiled as being Tamiya fans, and you know, when I did the video on the four-wheel drive, a lot of people, like a lot of hardcore associated guys, like really chewed me out. And you know, it's a race car and that's how it is. And okay, cool. I guess maybe we're spoiled by being Tamiya fans and having the best manuals in the business, and that's just become the norm. So when you open up that associated manual and it's not nearly to that level, yeah, the build experience just isn't quite as fun. I don't know. That's my take on it. I'm sticking to it. We weren't spoiled, Tamiya fans. That hobby show, what about that, guys? Man, that hobby show was like, who asked for a green dump truck? A candy green dump truck. I mean, it looks cool, but what the hell? I don't know. What are you doing, Tamiya? The other Andy Hall, evening, morning. The voiceover was hilarious. The guy that kept saying, yes. But that's the best I can get unless I fly to Japan, and that's not in the budget. Rally bodies, yes, sir. They were indeed superb. Did you guys watch? I kind of stuck it right in the middle. Was it 80? What was the name? An RC company. Not ringing a bell right now. After Tamiya, I think I did it. ABC Hobby, yes. Thank you, Daniel. ABC Hobby. Their bodies were absolutely incredible. And the rally car bodies with those like crazy like clusters of lights on the hoods, you know, and they were all that authentic kind of that real kind of yellow headlight, not super bright white LED style. Yeah, ABC was indeed off the hook. They nailed it. Craig, check it out, dude. I'm stressed out of you right now. I'm going to open up my parts bags and just leave all these screws just hanging around for my cat to play with overnight. Yeah, exactly. Just like the real life cars. And that's the best part, you know, like they just nailed it with the attention to detail. The liveries were so nice, man. And the speaking of liveries, the Kyosho hanging on rider. How about that thing, guys? Kyosho hanging on rider. Definitely have to get one of those. It's going to be a, you know, real shame the first time you dump it and scratch it all up, but whatever. Who cares? It is so nice. Yeah, the Drift Tundra, that was so cool. Two-wheel drive too. And that was on the Phaser platform, the Phaser chassis, which is a freaking awesome chassis. Look at these tiny little springs. You guys even see that? Look, that's the front suspension on one of these Group C cars. So funny. Yeah, pretty disappointed. On the podcast, Craig and I, Mark Bryan, we're all putting our brains together. I'm thinking we're going to see some kind of a big surprise at this trade show, and a surprise there was not. The surprise was a candy green dump truck. Actually, that Mercedes-Benz, that E-Class, I think it was a 190E. That was nice. Chan Dinosaur, yeah. Yeah, the digital height gauge, that was sick. That was super cool. Because I've like, when I used to race, I did some competitive like carpet racing back in the day. I was never very good. I was like top of the B, bottom of the A kind of a guy. And you know, anytime I'd measure my ride height, I don't know, I get like different measurements every single time. I just had like one of those aluminum kind of wedges, you know. That digital gauge looked like the bee's knees. When will the live stream be tomorrow? I am thinking I will do 9 till 11 Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. I've only got 2 hours to spare. So yeah, 9 to 11 tomorrow, guys. And again, this was just kind of a test run. So thank you for jumping in and helping me out, giving me some feedback. That's awesome. Hopefully tomorrow will be a good, smooth live stream. And we'll build this bad boy up and do it upright. Yeah, stuff like that. Greetings from Germany. Andreas, what's up? Sega arcade game by Yu Suzuki. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Sega arcade game by Yu Suzuki. What's that all about? Tell me more. I love Sega. Big Sega guy. Big Sega guy. Oh, Super Hang-On. Yes. Super Hang-On Motors. Yeah, that was the game that came with the original Sega Master System, which I own, by the way, and I still have. Christmas 1986, I got that, and I still have it downstairs, and I still play it, believe it or not, and it still works. The exact same one from '86. I'll never forget my mom coming up out of the basement with that. I lost my little mind. 6S. Easy, Kev. Easy. Yeah, no new re-releases either. Like, no new re-release? I mean, I don't know. Maybe like give us a King Cab or something. I know they probably don't want to do the 959 again. It's a pretty complicated chassis, to be honest. Little over-engineered for back in the day. I could see them. I could see why they would have reasons to not reproduce the 959. But the King Cab is super basic. Bathtub, couple A-arms, shocks. A gearbox that doesn't work very well. Was Super Hang-On the one where you kick people? No, that was Road Rage or Road Rash. That was on Sega Genesis. Yeah, Road Rash. There you go. Yeah, that was a 16-bit Genesis game. And that was a great game. The sound effects were awesome. And you get like pipes and like smash dudes with pipes. Oh, there's so many of these tiny washers. Oh, I think these are for the tires. I think you have to bolt the wheels together like a 3-piece kind of a deal. Old school Sega guys hanging out. Yeah, that's right. When I found my Sega, I wasn't even sure if it was going to work, and I hooked it all up, and it worked. It came alive. So I went on, I think it was on AliExpress or Banggood, and I bought. It's like a cartridge that has like an SD card in it, and it's got, I think, like every game that they ever made all in one little SD card, and from all the different regions and stuff as well. So that part's kind of cool because there were some cool games that were released in certain regions. Like for whatever reason, the Sega Master System was super popular in Brazil. I think Brazil and Portugal were like the biggest markets for it. I think the UK as well was really popular. And so we didn't get a lot of those games here in Canada. So now we get them. I don't remember what they are, to be honest, off the top of my head, but it's kind of cool to have them and just be able to play whatever I want, whenever I want for like, I don't know, it's like a $30 little cartridge. It's actually pretty cheap. Mortal Kombat, yes. Remember when Mortal Kombat came out and like parents were all worried? It was like all over the news because there was blood and gore. I think the Super Nintendo version was no blood, no gore. The Sega Genesis, you had to type in like a code to get the gore, the blood and gore. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. Had sweat. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there was like, I remember being a kid, there was a store in the mall And in the 80s and 90s, you went to malls. That's what you did. And whenever my dad would come, my parents were divorced. Whenever my dad would come pick us up, we'd always hang out at the mall. And there was like this cool, like a video game store, and you could play games. And you paid, I think, by like 15 minutes or half an hour or something like that. And that's the first time I got to play Mortal Kombat. And like, you know, my like 10, 11-year-old, whatever, 12-year-old little brain was blown, you know, and it was full blood mode. You know, there were guys there that knew how to do the finishers. So there was, you know, Sub-Zero freezing guys and ripping their heads off with their spines and stuff. And man, that was so cool. Those were the days. At the roller rink, yes. Yeah, that's the first game that, yeah, they brought in the that label. Yeah, the game age label. Have to be a certain age to play. Just like NWA with their what was it? Which album was theirs? I think it was NWA that came out with an album, and that was the first album that had the parental explicit lyrics logo on it, the black and white rectangular logo. And that was basically like, that was a sign that it was going to be a great album, because he knew there was going to be a ton of swearing. Street Fighter, yeah, Street Fighter was so good. What are we building? Lex, what's up, man? Well, this is actually just a test run. I'm just setting up for tomorrow. People are coming in, and I'm stoked you guys are coming in, because it's helping out with this test run. But we are at the, hang on a sec, where do you go? So many washers. There's 4 different shaped washers. We are building this bad boy. Mazda 7. Look at the fisheye on that. 787B. Boy. The B is for boy. That's what we're building today, boys. Oh no, only three different sizes. What did NWA stand for? We'll have to take that one offline, won't we? I'm not allowed to say those words. I'm too white and bald. Yeah, I know you're stressing out, Craig. I know you are, buddy. I think of you now every single time I do this, but this is like the way my adult ADD brain works. I need to see chaos, and I can make sense of chaos. If I don't have chaos, my mind just shuts down and says, no, I'm bored. Can't do it. The pockets in the mat. Nah, those are too distracting. That's just, the pockets in the mat are for like disassembly and reassembly in up here. For a fresh build, it's got to be a fresh microfiber towel, nice and clean, just ready to go. This mat here, you can have it if you want. I've got another one that I got to get. Actually, I've got another one that I need to get out, is what I was going to say. CowRC, they're awesome. And they sponsor me. They help me out. They send me some stuff. So this one I'm going to retire. I've actually got a larger one that I need to get out. And I've got some more products. I got to do a whole new CowRC episode. I just haven't had a chance. Because sometimes you get old and you get a bunch of back injuries and they suck. And, you know, you wake up and you feel good, and then your back's like, nope, you're not working today, buddy. And you lay on the couch and you're lazy and non-productive. I've had a lot of those this week. Don't forget the Loctite. You got it, man. Ooh, fake Top Force will be there tomorrow. That is going to be a fun vehicle for you to drive around with. Craig, you know the difference between the Top Force and the Top Force Evo. The Evo has that one-way bearing up front, right? Which would basically, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think basically what it does is when you're giving it power, you're under load going forward, it locks all 4 tires. So the buggy's a full-time 4-wheel drive. But then you can set it to be either to maintain that full-time 4-wheel drive feeling, or when it's offload, the one-way bearing just sort of lets go, so your buggy steers more like a two-wheel drive. Is that right? Degenerative disc disease. Right on, man. I'm with you. I got that in my neck. I've got them all. It's like, pick a spinal dysfunction, any spinal dysfunction. My body was just like, I want all the spinal dysfunctions. So I guess I lucked out that way. Look at this tiny little bottle of damper oil. Look how adorable it is. Oh my goodness. No one-way bearing, yeah. And we've got some bushings. Brass bushings. What are you going to do with those? These are all the same size. There's only 4 of them. That's hilarious. And they give you like 25 body clips. I don't know what the deal is with all that, but Evo had a bunch of extra FRP carbon. Can't remember if it had universals. The one way when you go in reverse, no more four. Yeah, that's right. You got no more 4-wheel drive when you go in reverse. What grease or oil do I recommend? Depending what you're building. I mean, a lot of times I just use the Tamiya stuff that comes with a kit, but if I don't have it, I will show you what I do have. For diffs and stuff, Utter Butter. This stuff is a wonderful product. Really, really great product. This I like to use in like my differentials. I think mostly diffs I'm using it on. Sometimes if I'm getting lazy, I'll use it just on like, spindles or something like that. But I've also got a bunch of Mooslick products, and they've got a whole bunch. I think I did an episode on it a while ago. Like, they've got this stuff, ultra thin oil with PTFE. PTFE is like a silicone coating, basically. This is really good for bearings and even like shock shafts. Heath, the guy that owns Cow RC, was telling me all about it. If you're a patient person and a very proactive person, maybe a racer even, you would like coat your shock shafts in this stuff overnight. And the next morning, your shocks are actually like considerably smoother. They've got this one. I'm getting off topic here. That's a cleaner. But then they sent me another one. This one, they just sent me a little while ago. I haven't used it yet though, but he said it's like the bee's knees. Industrial grade, ultra fine graphite coating, Mooslick. And this stuff is, it's a dry application, zero drag. So for bashers and stuff like that I run on the beach especially, he said this would work really, really well. And I just haven't had a chance to use it yet. Yeah, Cow RC's got an amazing lineup. Ultralight grease coating they've got here as well. Amazing products. What are we saying here? Any first-time kit builder? Any immediate tips that you wish you knew at the time? Just have fun. Have fun with it, man. Just take your time too. If it's your first time, take your time. And if you're building a Tamiya, which I'll assume that you are, just use the legend, because the legend that they have on the inside here, like, it's just, this is invaluable if you ask me, because like right now I look, I've got like an 8mm screw, a 10mm screw, and a 12mm. And that's why I do this. That's why I kind of put all my screws out like this. So I can it gives me a better idea visually of the different sizes of screws that I have that are the same style of screw, like a self-tapper or a machine screw. But then you got to look out for like the weird ones. Like there's one screw like this, which there we go. It's self-tapping, but it's got a little Phillips head on the top, and it's a very flat sort of top. So you have to kind of be aware of those when you're building. And that's why I think just taking your time and just matching up all the hardware as you put everything together, I think that's the best thing you can do. Because it's a lot of fun. Like it's very therapeutic least in my opinion, I think a lot of you guys would agree. It's very therapeutic building these cars, and just kind of fun and chill and relaxing. And if you just take your time with it, you'll have way more fun than if you try to rush it and, just clear your calendar, do it and enjoy it. I think that's the best bet. Tamiya 911, 992, and perfect light documentation. I'm sure you utilize it fully. Perfect. Yeah, Utter Butter is awesome. You're going to expand the hobby room. Is that still happening? Well, yes, I don't know if you guys hear, I'm just going to do this because this isn't really a thing, but that big television there, I got to get rid of. That whole wall, I need to modify because it's, kind of dead space. When I built this room, I didn't know I'd be doing YouTube full time. So it's just, I used to just kind of put other YouTube videos on and I'd tinker up here. Sometimes I had like a mini system plate, like mini Super Nintendo, and I'd play games and stuff up here and hang out. But I just don't do that here anymore. So I got to get rid of that television. I need way more storage for cars. So I'll probably put some more of those like hanging things up so I can hang up more cars. And then this wall right here, there's a closet that I use for storage. My wife even considered, she's like, let's just rip that wall out and make it one giant hobby room. And I was like, you're a pretty cool wife. It's a pretty cool idea. But, for resale, I think I didn't want to do it because, 3 bedroom, it's a 3-bedroom house. And if you knock it down to 2, then that really affects your resale price. And I didn't want to do that. Can't get the 787 in the UK. So a lot of people are selling them on eBay, and the prices actually aren't that bad because I think they got flooded on eBay. So the pricing went down considerably. So maybe give a look because you might be able to find yourself one because they are so sexy. Look at that beefy rear axle. Wow. They're so sexy. And check it out. Pre-cut wheel arches. Yeah. I think tomorrow my goal will just be to get the chassis done. Oh, look at this. Ball diff grease. It came with a ball diff. Yeah, I think tomorrow the goal is to get the chassis done. And then I'm still waiting on paints. Hopefully I can get paints. We shall see, because this is one that, you really want to go box art on. And here in Canada, with the Tamiya paints being illegal now, I got some On Point paint, but it's like their fluorescent red is really like an orange. And then the green, I just can't find that perfect green through the On Point paint brand. So yeah, we shall see, but I got to get going on this build. So that's why we're doing it tomorrow. And I don't have a video for you guys tomorrow. You know my style. I like to have a video for you guys on Saturday mornings. But with the All Japan Hobby Show happening this week, I knew I had to prioritize that. Plus, my back was killing me this week, so I had 2 days where I was kind of not very functional. And so yeah, today I spent the day working on that All Japan video, and that means that I don't have a Saturday morning cartoon for you guys. So that's why we're gonna go live. But I got to cut it short. 9 to 11 tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. That's what we're going to do. After that, I'm going to look at another car to maybe buy and enjoy. Another weird old 80s car that I love so much. No problem, Andy. Is it a pan car? Is this a pan car? This is a Group C car, which is, I don't know if you can see on the wall. No, you can't really. But this is this fella right here. Mazda 787B, Group C. I hate cutting wheel arches too. They suck. Yeah, you could go white. Orange and white. Could do that. I don't know if the decals would work for that. Maybe they would. I'd have to double check. Look at the different livery. I don't know how people use liquid mask. I tried it once years ago, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I couldn't see it, first of all. And then when I tried like trimming it and like after you trim it and then try and get it off the body, like, I don't know, I was just making a mess. I lack the dexterity for liquid mask. How much will scalpers be selling the Vegas? Oh man, they're going to be selling it for a disgusting amount, guaranteed. Guaranteed, dude. Is anybody watching that? The Associated Vintage race? It's happening right now. I think today's qualifying. Yesterday was practice. I think today was qualifying. And then tomorrow are the races, I think. I don't know. I want to make a video on it, I think. I started watching some of it. It looks really, really good. It's just cool, like, to see all those old school AE guys out there. The guys who grew up watching. Oh, look at this. We've got a couple ball bearings. Wow. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 787 that's known for doing backflips at the NERB. I don't know if it did a backflip. What it's really known for is the sound of the engines. It's got one of those Mazda rotary engines, and just Google it. Like, just go on YouTube and type in Mazda 787B and just listen to that engine. It's just the craziest sounding thing. It's just violent. It's so snappy and just violent. It's the best word I can think of for it. Got my balls out here, boys. Don't want to lose my balls. We're good. Ron Sino, thank you for taking the time to hang out during the tests. Well, thank you guys for coming in. Back in the hobby in March at 35 and loving it like a kid again. Oh, that's awesome, man. Good for you. I think the hobby's more enjoyable as an adult, to be totally honest. I mean, as a kid, I just kind of, got a car together as quickly as I possibly could, went outside, broke it, parked it for a month, got back to it a month later, glued it all back together, tried to make it work again, As an adult, there's something about it, this, like, the build process, just the overall appreciation, I think, plus the nostalgia. There's a lot of different elements that come into play when you're an adult in this hobby. I think it's way better as an adult, to be totally honest. And I'm stoked you guys are here because it's just supposed to be a little test. And then Sean popped in, the more people popped in, and now it's going to be like an hour-long live stream of me just sorting screws and talking to you guys. That's funny. The City Turbo. Never mind, Gutmancer. More motors, better gets more rotors. Yeah. The Honda City Turbo. There it is, fellas. Look at that beautiful machine. Would you look at that paint job? This one, like, this car never really appealed to me a whole bunch. And then I built this and I'm like, I love this car. I want to keep this car. But I already set up the raffle and I couldn't unset up the raffle. So there it is. I don't know if you can see the pearl in there. If you must have seen the build video. I kind of look at the spoiler. I used some old school Poor Boys decals, some stickers. I wrapped those on there. I thought it kind of looked cool. But yeah, Mrs. Poor Boys nailed it, guys. This paint job looks, look at the reflection on it. Like, she does. Yeah, she's a really, really good auto body painter. And I'm not just saying that because she's my wife. I managed auto body shops for 20 years. And at the height of my career, I was responsible for an entire market of auto body shops. And I've worked with many painters in my career. And Mrs. Poor Boys RC is among the best, if not the best, that I've ever worked with. Want to win that one? You can win it, buddy. Even comes with the radio. It's coming with this radio. Radio Link RC, what is this? T12D. This is a nice radio, 12 channels. It does so much. It's completely overkill for a Honda City Turbo, but I wanted to have the switches for the lights and stuff, and I wanted to be like a full experience for the new owners. So that's why I just threw it in there. And I think this has 60 model memory. So you can use this for airplanes, helicopters, drones, whatever you want to use it for. So it's a really, really nice radio. All right, Tamiya part bag D, E, where's A, C, B, A, nice. Oh, what's in here? Probably tires. Patience, tools, and a little money. That's right. Tire sniff. Oh my God. These tires are, oh boy. Woo! You're gonna be on intervention in a month. You'd be like, what happened to Phil? I'd be like, doing a live stream, sniffing these foam tires. Now he's on intervention. Check it out. Cardboard, don't need that. One of the weird things about these tires is that the rim is wider than the tire. And I think somebody explained it once. I think it was Rob Mitchell. He's a bit of a pro on this subject. I think it was Rob Mitchell that explained it, but I'll show you guys here in a quick second. And the first time I built one, when I built my Porsche 956, there's like a tape you have to put on here. I'm not going to put on right now. I just want to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. But the rim is significantly wider than the actual tire. Maybe not significantly. This one doesn't seem as bad, but yeah, this one's not nearly as bad as the Porsche 956 was. This one actually fits pretty good, but the rim's just a little bit wider. On the 956, it sticks out like a 1/4 inch. So when I built it, I was like, what the heck did I do? Or what did Tamiya do? Because I think at some point in pretty much every single build, I'm like, the manual is wrong, or they didn't give me the right screws. And then I'm like, come on, man. 150 builds later. Come on, man. I know it's not Tamiya. I know it's me. We got like one little shock to build too. That's so funny. Maybe I'll build that ahead of time so I can just slap it in there. This is the extent of our gearbox. Check this out. We've got a spur, which is also your ball diff. And then you've just got like, I don't know, I guess these would be like outdrive sort of a thing. I don't know. Some plastic bits there. Pretty basic. These are fun cars to drive, easy cars to build. And I'm excited. I am very excited. Got some, I don't know what that is, some washers and stuff, maybe some stuff for the spoiler. That's that. Bing pot. All right, I am out, dude. Night, poor boys. Good night, Craig. Thanks for coming out, buddy. Enjoy your well-earned vacay. You can't say that. What's up? Kiddo pickup at the goal. Catch you tomorrow. See you, my man. Roncino became a wild stallion. Yes. Welcome to the wild stallion verse. Good morning from Sydney. What's up, Richie? Good morning, man. Do I prefer belt or shaft? You know what? I haven't even driven a belt-driven vehicle until this year, and I'd say I prefer belt. There's just something elegant about a belt. Almost like a built-in slipper clutch too. It doesn't slip, but it has just that little bit of give. It provides a less aggressive feel to the car, a little more of an elegant driving experience, if I'd say so. Sydney, Australia. It is tomorrow already. It's only 3:05 here, PM, in the west of Canada. So it's almost time for me to go grab some IPAs and start enjoying my evening. Shannon, IPAs, buddy. Yes, IPA. Real beer. None of that old Milwaukee stuff you're drinking. I'm teasing. I know you're a bourbon guy, but is it tomorrow or yesterday? Yeah, Sydney's ahead of us, aren't they? What's today? The 17th. Is it the 17th or the 18th or the 16th? Maybe I'll build a shock while I got you guys here. I wasn't going to do any building. We'll run this to an hour. We're at 51 and a half minutes. This test run's going exceptionally well. Thank you all again so much for coming in. For you guys that just came in, I just started this as a test. I mean, that's why I called it test because it was really just a test to test out some new hardware that I'm using for live streaming. So I think the test has been successful, and yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out, hanging out for a bit. This is cool. How many holes piston do I need? When will tomorrow be now? Spaceballs reference. Ah, Spaceballs 2 is coming out, dude. SRC Drag Hopper and Tomley's Grasshopper Evo getting a run out. Oh, that's awesome, man. If you don't mind, share some photos in the Poor Boys group. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. The look on Talbot's face when you brought your drag hopper there, that was so funny. And you hit that ramp and just sent it. That was great. Come on, you. All this E-clip is not wanting to work with me. Bugger. You know, and you got to love Tamiya because you only need 2 E-clips, but they give you 3 because they know one's going to go flying. Oh, you bugger. Why don't you go on? There we go. Holy cow, that's tight. Coming to America 2. I didn't know they had a Coming to America Part 2. One or 2 hole piston. I'm going to go with the 2 hole. Who is in Coming to America 2? Was Eddie Murphy still in it? So Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. That was a great movie. Actually, I should know what these. Giddy up. You, and then V1. Which one is that? That's a shorter one. It's nice having lights in here. Usually film in the dark. You. Don't have to put any spacers. No spacers. Groovy. Yes, both. Still Eddie and Arsenio on Amazon. On Amazon? What's going on Amazon? This is like the most prepared I'm going to be for a live stream. I'm excited. Hopefully I won't swear and screw up a bunch of stuff like I usually do. Can't live without it. I hear the John Candy movie. Shannon, you were telling me about that. I think that the John Candy movie on Amazon. I think he said it's on Amazon on Prime is really good. I definitely want to see that. Good old Canadian boy, John Candy. Friggin' hilarious guy. I think they're coming out with an Uncle Buck too. Macaulay Culkin's going to be in it as well. Just building one tiny shock for this thing. It's so funny. Definitely watch a John Candy doc. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, 100% going to watch that. John Candy's a beauty. Canadian icon, died way too young. What was he, like 43, I think, or 44 when he passed away? Which is like just ridiculously young. Didn't know he owned a football team. I didn't know that either. Which team did he own? Some some lousy Canadian team. the Regina Haymakers. Check it out. We have a shock. We're prepared for tomorrow. I am shocked at how prepared we're going to be for tomorrow. Holy Hannah. Let's see some decals before we go. Decals, as my American friends like to say. Wow, pretty basic. Wow, I thought those were black. Oh, they are white. What do you think, gang? Pretty basic. I guess the body colors do all the talking because that's pretty basic decal work, but are they pre-cut? No, they're not pre-cut. Why would they be? Those look nice. Charge, Renown. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Yeah, that's nice. That's a big sticker, that Charge. I guess that's the one that goes across the spoiler. That's pretty huge. But we will not be doing the body on the live stream because, well, first, I've only got 2 hours tomorrow. But secondly, I will make way too many mistakes. It's not live stream worthy. I will screw it up so bad. And I won't be able to live with myself. I want it to look really good. All set up. Blah, blah, blah. What should I do for an ESC? What should I do for an ESC? Maybe it's the Hobby Wing 1060. That's all you need, right? I'm just going to run this thing, the Sport Tuned. So I think a 1060 will be perfect. I'll get one ready. I'll get a steering servo ready. Just a cheapy steering servo. That's all we need. Doesn't need to be crazy fast or anything. We're going to rock and roll tomorrow, guys. I'm excited. Toronto Argonauts. He owned the Argonauts? Wow. Crazy. All right, guys. I'm going to take off. Thank you all so much for coming in on this test stream. The test, I would say, was a success. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. I'm going to set it all up. I'll set it up, and I'll put it up in the Poor Boys RC Facebook group just as a reminder, and I'll put it in the events up there. So in case you forget the time and everything, it'll be up there in the event section. I'll do that as soon as I'm done here, and we'll go tomorrow from 9 till 11, and we will get this Mazda 787B built up. So thanks, guys, for coming in, helping me test this out. It's amazing. And adios. See you guys tomorrow.